So my theme for this Christmas is going to be, oh my God, absolutely love.
You know who it is. It's Homebody Trish. Come get with this. It's Homebody Trish. On Wednesday at 7, Trish goes live. Stop by and unwind and decide. Sip a little wine as we relax and unwind. I'm sure you'll have a good time. So get with this. Unwind and decide with Homebody Trish.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another vlog. My name's Trish, and on this channel we discuss all things home, all things life, and just all of the different things. If y'all are into that type of content, take a minute and subscribe. And for the people who have been here for a while, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all, it is the day before Thanksgiving, so if y'all celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. I hope, well, actually it's the day before Thanksgiving, but by the time y'all see this, it will be Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. I hope y'all are going to indulge in all the food that makes y'all happy, because that's what I plan on doing. I hope that y'all are gathering with the people who make y'all happy and just taking time to be truly grateful and thankful for those who matter, or what matters most. So long story short, I wanted to have, because I am hosting Thanksgiving, I wanted to have like all my Christmas decor up, but I started pulling my Christmas stuff out, and my youngest daughter was just like, what is going on? Like, she was thrown through a loop because we don't normally decorate until after Christmas. She was like, we haven't even celebrated Thanksgiving yet. Why are we decorating for Christmas? And I was like, you know what? You're right. We are not going to rush the holidays. We are going to fully enjoy Thanksgiving, and then we'll move on to Christmas and decorate. So normally we decorate like right after Thanksgiving. So we are going to stick with that tradition. We will be decorating on Black Friday because I don't plan on shopping much, which ties into my Christmas theme. For Christmas, I'm keeping it very minimal, very simple, and I just want to stay on trend with what's important, if that makes sense. So I don't want to get too wrapped up in, oh my gosh, I got to get this and I have to get this. I am using what I have for the most part. I did go out and buy a few things just because I want to tweak what I have a little, but my whole goal is to keep the budget down. I want it to look pleasing, and I want it to look cute and elegant and stuff like that. But I also want to make sure I'm using what I have, because often we run out and we buy things. We buy things and we continue to buy things. It's unnecessary. And I like what I have from last year, so I'm just going to upcycle it for this year. So my theme for this Christmas is going to be wine. Of course, I'm going with a wine color. So we are going to do wine. And last year I just did wine and, well, I did burgundy, like that deep red color, and I incorporated like some green and some black. But this year I am going to incorporate some berries, some blue. So I'm going to do wine and blue. So I'm just going to show y'all a few things that I purchased. Let me take a sip. That's good. It should be cool. This is not actually wine because this is early in the morning and I have things to do today. This is sparkling cider. But the theme for this year is definitely wine and berries. Okay, so just that's the vibe. That's the vibe. And I wanted to go with that just because it's very simple, it's elegant, and that's my goal for this year. Minimal, minimal. So I'm just going to show y'all a few things that I'm going to use for this year. Some things I already had, and then some I purchased. The only thing I am going to do before Thanksgiving is I'm going to put up some greenery. As you can see, we already put our tree up, and even with being minimal, we have like 3 or 4 trees. This year, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. We're going to decorate this one tree, and we're going to put some greenery throughout. That is just sticking with keeping it minimal. I don't want to overwhelm myself with like, oh my gosh, I got to decorate 3 and 4 trees. And I realized with doing that, although it's fun for me, my kids don't really enjoy decorating 3 or 4 trees, at least not all of them. So we are just gonna focus on one tree and we're gonna go from there. I may incorporate one small tree by the front of the house, but for the most part, this is the only tree. I'm not decorating the dining room, the living room, my bedroom like I normally do. I'm not. I'm keeping it simple. I wanna focus on what's important, the people around me, and not the decorations, honestly. But let me just show y'all a few things that I'm gonna use for this year, just to show y'all the wine and berry theme, okay? So first, I am gonna show y'all some ornaments. This is one I had from last year. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to go in with this one. Again, this is really large. It's like probably the size of, size of my hand. Let me show y'all in comparison to another ornament that I'm gonna use. This is also from last year. I'm trying to think where I purchased these. I know it wasn't Hobby Lobby. It may have been like Marshall's or somewhere, but on camera, this one looks a lot more red, but in person, they look, this is deeper, but it doesn't look as red. But even still, I'm going to use these, even wine, all wine is not the same tone, not the same hue of red, so that's fine. We are going to mix and match, but I like this. So I'm going to use those. And then also I am going for I want to keep it modern. And I feel like when you incorporate black, it kind of modernizes it just with incorporating black. So I am also going to use some of my black ornaments that I had. These came from, I know for sure this one came from Hobby Lobby. And I know for sure this one came from Home Goods. The bigger one, I can't be certain, but probably Home Goods. So yeah. Ooh, child, I'm about to break the ornaments before I can use them. All right, so on trend with the ornaments. Let me show y'all the other ones, hold on. All right, so I picked up these ornaments from Walmart. Beautiful, I love like this rib detail on here. Let me see if I can take it out for y'all, hold on. Okay, so this is the blue one. It does have a silver backing on here, which I don't particularly love, but we're gonna make it work, okay? Both of them have the silver on it, but I love the size of them and the detail. Love it. So we're going to, let me just show y'all what this looks like next to wine and berry. That's what we're doing this year, okay? So that's how that is. And then I bought another one also from Walmart, but this is it's My Texas House. But this also came from Walmart. I don't know the price. I can't remember the price of the ones I just showed you, but the price on this one was $13, $13.33, I believe. So these two were $13, and I love this detail on here, like that tarnished type of gold look. And then these two are the same, but absolutely love them, okay? Let me show y'all how this looks next to this. Yeah, I really like that. I really like it. That's gonna be cute, y'all. That's definitely going to be cute. Okay, and then next I'm going to show y'all one of the bows that I picked out. So this blue bow, this came from Kirkland's. It's probably, how long is this? 98 inch. So it's 98 inches. I plan on incorporating this blue bow. I don't know if I'm going to put it on the tree or not, or if I'm going to add this to some of the greenery in the house, but I'm definitely going to use this. So that was that. I can't remember the price on that. It was $34.99 and then 30% off. And then some other blue things that I'm going to be incorporating this year are just like these flowers. So these came from, this one came from Hobby Lobby, and this was $4.49, and this was 50% off. And then this one also came from Hobby Lobby. These were $1.99. I believe these was 40% off also, but I'm going to use these as like sticks on the tree. Since we're talking about the sticks on the tree, let me show y'all the other ones that I have. So I did show y'all these already in the previous video, but I'm gonna be using these. And I had another one that I got from Dollar Tree, hold on. And these are the berries that came from Walmart. Oh my, I mean not Walmart, Dollar Tree. These were $1.25. Look how deep they are. And I like that they're like clustered. So yeah, I'm also gonna use these on the tree. I may have to go back and get a few more because I'm thinking about like putting them in clusters on the tree. Like initially I was just gonna use them as like picks here and there, but I may even like cluster 2 or 3 of them on the tree, like stagger it. So I may need a few more bunches. Yeah, but these were $1.25 at Dollar Tree. $1.25 each. Okay, and while I was looking for that, I saw my other ornaments that I had from last year that I'm gonna incorporate. So this is just like some more wine color ornaments. These are gonna go on the tree. All right. Then I had these picks here that also came from Hobby Lobby. They were $4.49 with 40 or 50% off. But I don't know how I'm gonna use these yet because I don't know if I want them on my tree, although they look pretty cute. But I'm gonna use these. I just don't know how I'm going to incorporate them right now. But I like these. And then I also picked up these from Hobby Lobby. They were $4.99 and either 40 or 50% off. I can't remember if I was there when it was 40 or 50, but one of them. And I'm gonna use these like either on the tree, or I'm going to like drape them over some of the decor. So these were cute, very, very cute. And then I have some black bows. These are from last year and I can't really pinpoint where I got these. I think Target. I think these came from Target last year. So just some bows, some black little bows. And then while I was at Hobby Lobby, I did pick these reindeer up. They are ornaments, like they have little holes in them on like right here so that you can put some string through it to hang it on the tree. I don't think I'm gonna hang these on the tree. I'm gonna like put these throughout. I may even put like a few on here or just like throughout the house, maybe on some tables and stuff like that. So that's why I have these. That's why I have these. Yep, so we'll do that.
Homebody Trish can't be missed, whether she's unwinding and designing or whining and dining. She's steadily
All right,
climbing.
and then we have some more bows. So I'm gonna use these. Like I said, I'm doing wine and berries, blueberries, just different types of berries. But I'm also going to tie in some bows here and there. But for the most part, I want to stick with like the wine color and blue. Also, I had this lampshade. This came from Home Goods. It was $16.99. And I saw it a few times and I was like, I don't know if I want to get it or not. Because I'm like, you know, I'm not going to keep it up. But for the holiday, I'm going to incorporate this. It was super, like, let me show y'all. You see like the berries? I said, I think it's speaking to me. When I was in there, it looks like berries. So I'm like, you know what? We are going to switch out like this lampshade behind me. I'll put this one in just for the season. And then, you know, we can just have a different option. Even if I don't use it in here, I can put it on a lampshade in another room. So it wouldn't be a waste. And it was $16.99, so not super expensive. This tree skirt was actually from last year and I never used it. I got this from Burlington for $22.99. I never got around to using it because when I bought it, I'm like, I don't like, it wasn't deep enough for me. But I think this year it's going to work. It's going to work because I'm not going for like just that one deep color. It's going to be different colors of like the wine. So I think this will work this year. So, child, this was in my trunk for like months after Christmas and I just never returned it. And I said, at this point, I'm not returning it. Because I don't go to Burlington that often. So it was like an inconvenience to actually like go. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it. And I'm glad I did. Also, I had these pillows from last year. So I'll be using these. And like I told y'all, I'm keeping it simple. So half of the stuff is not even gonna be wrapped. I have boxes. So these are also from last year. I got these from Home Goods for $7.99. So like, you know, certain things, certain gifts can definitely just fit in here. And look at that detail. Cute, 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 cute. All right, a few more things, hold tight. This wrapping paper, you know, like gifts for other people that we wrap prior to like, not Thanksgiving, prior to Christmas. This was from last year. Where did I get this? Child, I can't be sure because the tag is not on it. Oh, this looks like Home Goods. This was $7.99. So just this thick wrapping paper with this detail on it, this velvet detail. Absolutely love. That's gonna be cute. And then also from Hobby Lobby, I picked up these bells. I'm not really gonna incorporate too much brown because I wanna keep it modern, simple, and just like elegant. Not that this isn't elegant or anything, but it doesn't really ring true to being like staying on trend with modern, but I just love them, so I picked it up. Sometimes you just get what you like. Forget the vibe that you're going for and get what you like. This was $8.99 and either 40 or 50% off. And I know the kids are gonna enjoy these, so yeah. And then I'm just showing y'all acorns because I am going to be including acorns around the house. Like I said, super minimal, but it brings in that aura of Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. And I also have these other acorns, and it has like the snow looking white on it to represent some snow, but I'm going to use these two just like in a filler bowl. So I like that. Thanksgiving, I'm staying with the same trend. I told y'all I'm not like switching all the decor. I didn't even put the decor up like I said I was going to because like I said, we are going to enjoy each season, but for Thanksgiving, it's going to be the same colors. You know, that deep wine color. And these came from Hobby Lobby, $7.99, but I believe they were 40 or 50% off. All right, and like I said, let me show y'all the greenery because I am going to put some greenery up before tomorrow, just because I do want it to have like, you know, some type of festive feel. So I got this from Kirkland's. What are these called? This is a Christmas bundle, 36-inch Norfolk. And these were $14.99 and 25% off. So I ended up paying, I believe like $10 for these. And you get 2 sticks. So I didn't think that was bad. And I like how those look. Yep. And then the other greenery that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, same thing. I believe this is like the Norfolk. This is $49.99 and 50. These were 50% off. So 25 for this one. Okay. Yep. And I believe these are like 6 feet. Yeah, 6 feet. They're nice and full. I'm going to use these for my mantelpiece. I want my mantle to be super duper full. So I'm going to use these on there. I purchased probably like 4 or 5 of these. And then I have these bad boys that I really love. It's super thick. And I purchased, I think 2 or 3 of these. These were $100 and then 50% off. So they ended up being 50. But these are very, very full. So I'm going to like mix and match them to give it like a full look. Yep. Super cute. Super cute. So yeah, I'm going to put this greenery up today. And then I'm just going to prep for Thanksgiving. Like I said, I hope y'all are going to just take some time, be thankful, be grateful, enjoy the people around you, and just enjoy the holiday season because before you know it, it will be a new year. So yeah, enjoy the time while it's here. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Shopping. Trish does vlogging. Trish does design. Stop by for